All right, ready? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sullivan Stadium for the Helmet Trophy game between the Oak Creek Knights and the Franklin Sabres here on Zaleski Sports in the Milwaukee area. Glad you guys could join us here tonight. Elijah Vanksalata alongside Matt Peck with you here tonight. The Helmet Trophy game for the last time in the SEC Conference, and both these teams ranked in our Zaleski Sports polls. Matt Peck, new head coach for Oak Creek. Brian Calhoun, the former Wisconsin Badger and Detroit Lion. It's the start of a new era for the Knights and the final season for head coach Lewis Brown on Franklin's side. What do you got about tonight's game, Matt Peck?
Here's the crazy part. Pending a playoff matchup, but they meet in the playoffs, this will be the only time Brian Calhoun and Lewis Brown will coach against each other. So yeah, it's the only time these two will coach against each other, so it's crazy. Unless they meet in the playoffs, obviously, you cannot rule that out. Nowadays especially. I know these teams are so close to each other. They'll definitely be in the same region. Our rankings are based on the seed score, so who you played so far, and believe it or not, if Franklin were to get in the playoffs right now, it'd be a 4 seed because of the strength of schedule. You know, you got plus having Lake Geneva Badger in that region this year is going to be just much harder, considering they might go undefeated. So, you know, we're in week 5. We're talking about playoffs, but it's never too early. But we're set to kick it off here. Here we go.
Midway point of the season, and the kick is underway. Oak Creek won the toss and elected to receive to start the game, and they're going to return the kick. Max Hoagland on the return. He'll get about to the 26, 27-yard line here. And now Oak Creek will set up shop here, led by new offensive coordinator Jacob Sinani, who was one of the quarterbacks in this program early on. A lot of new faces on this Oak Creek coaching staff.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, they're all over the place. Oak Creek, you know, they wanted to rebrand, and I like it. You know, they weren't getting past level 2. We talked about that. Level 2 was a lot of their stopping points a lot of the years. They wanted to see a new identity and see if they could go with a new coach. And there wasn't a firing involved. It's just that Joel Parr decided he wanted to hang it up, and Brian Calhoun, the former alumni, came in.
So their starting quarterback tonight is Blake Furkus, the senior. Backing him up is the Furkus going to go deep on the first play to Dennis Morris, and the pass is caught in a flag. And that's going to be on Franklin too. Beautiful ball that time from Blake Furkus to start the game. They're going to decline the penalty here.
Absolutely.
Franklin.
Blake Furkus
kind of like shades of last year. Blake Furkus, the first play of the game last year, went with the deep ball. This time, obviously not for a touchdown, but they want to start off with a bang. Dennis Morris, the leading receiver for these Franklin Oak Creek Knights, I should say. 255 receiving yards, 4 receiving touchdowns on the year. Furkus on the Franklin 40 now. Keep in mind, this is a matchup that the Franklin Sabres have owned the last decade, if you will. Bayless Hooker will get the carry. He's the running back 1, sophomore.
He's close.
He's been really good for this Oak Creek Knights team. 3 rushing touchdowns last week for the sophomore Jay Bayless Hooker, number 1. 478 rushing yards on the season, 7 rushing touchdowns. He had 146 rushing yards last week with 3 rushing touchdowns. So it'll be a second down and just short right here. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Furkus hand it off to Bayless Hooker again, and Gabe Martin's coming out of nowhere to get the tackle. And that's the guy you got to watch out for on this Franklin defense as well. He leads the team in tackles for Ken Whiskey's defense. He's the defensive coordinator here for the Sabres.
So it looks like it was a no loss there, so 3rd and 1. So they'll have to go with the short field again. And I imagine if they don't get this, Calhoun's going to say, keep the offense out right away. You're too far in. And, you know, it's one of those things where you get survival, you haven't beaten a couple years.
Blake Furkus, the senior, 530 passing yards coming into this game, 5 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Furkus can hand it off to Bayless Hooker again.
I think he might have just gotten that.
He just got that for first down. And the Knights in business to keep this drive going. And I bring it back again to Jay Bayless Hooker, the running back for Oak Creek. He kind of gives shades of the head coach a little bit. I mean, he's a guy that you don't want to miss, like when you watch a team play. So it's a fresh set of downs from the Franklin 30. Blake Furkus with 2 wide receivers on the left. Max Hoagland, Doug Hamilton, and Dennis Morris on the top of your screen. Furkus going to drop back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. Max Hoagland wasn't looking. Great coverage that time on Franklin. That was Cameron O'Brien, the senior DB, on the coverage that time. And you don't want to try to throw a ball when your guy's not looking. That's
Absolutely
a big miskey right there from Oak Creek. So 2nd down and 10 from the Franklin 29. Big play pass to start the drive for Oak Creek. And now Blake Furcus is going to hand it off again. Bayless Hooker, he's got room to run. And Bayless Hooker.
Close.
Just short of a 1st down. If not, he might have got it. But
they haven't blown it dead, so it means he's at least 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. So I want to shout out the chain gang real quick here before I forget. Shout out Steve Drobot and Rick Gowen on the chains for Franklin tonight.
They wanted to shout out.
Very special, very good crew down there. So it'd be a 3rd down and 1 again, Matt Peck. I think if you're Calhoun right here and Jacob Sinani, you run it up the middle right again with Bayless Hooker. It's been working all night so far. Snap to Bayless Hooker again, and I don't think he got it.
No, close.
Yeah, he didn't get it. I'm not sure.
The clock didn't stop, so.
Oh, Bayless Hooker's going to try to keep going. Oak Creek student section. Yeah.
It's close. They're going to rule it 4th and 1. So
I don't know what in the world Oak Creek student section was cheering about, but he was down, I think, there.
Yeah, so.
And then rightfully so, they're going to go for it, too.
Oh, absolutely. I would, too.
So 4th down and 1 from the Franklin 20. And this is going to be an interesting play call. You try maybe like a QB sneak right here.
Yeah.
So a big 4th down here. Franklin's got a lot of great linemen. Franklin's side making some noise. Furcus hands it off, and he's got the 1st down. Jay Bayless Hooker on the carry. And he's got enough, and Bayless Hooker looking like his head coach early on, Brian Calhoun. Oak Creek in business now in the red zone for the 1st time tonight. Remember, if Oak Creek scores right here, you got the momentum early, but Franklin last time, they scored 21 unanswered right after Oak Creek started it. So 1st down and 10 from inside the red zone now for Oak Creek. Furcus going to drop back to pass, looking for a man. The pass is incomplete, looking for his tight end that time. Carson Dockel, also good baseball athlete here on Scott Holler's team, who was also the athletic director for the Knights. Moving to the Classic 8 conference for everything but football. 7:54 left to go in the 1st half. The ball on Franklin's 18. Furcus. The Oak Creek student section wants a touchdown here. They're going to hand it off to Bayless Hooker. He's going to get met at the line that time. He started off on the tackle that time, number 54, Theo Cunningham, the big senior defensive lineman.
He technically gained a yard there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Oak Creek now, I think, if you're Oak Creek, you're going to go a pass attack here, I think. You got to find a man open. It's going to be tough to get 9 yards on this Franklin defense with the run, so I think I'd go pass and just see how many yards you can get. You want to decide to go for it again, or else, try to put your hands on your field goal kicker here. So, very impressed with Oak Creek early on here, able to move the ball.
3rd down and 9 for the Knights on the Franklin 17. Furcus drops back to pass. Has some pressure coming. Air in and out, right side of the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for his captain, Doug Hamilton, that time. Who was the Highlight House Player of the Year. Overthrew him a little bit. Had him, but now it's decision time for Jake Sinani. So 4th down and 9 from the Franklin 17. You got to keep the offense on the field, unless they want to kick the field goal here. This is a play that could really set the tone for either or team right now.
They're keeping the offense out, so. I like the aggressiveness early from head coach Brian Calhoun. I'll be honest, I like it.
4th down and 9. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Furcus on 4th and 9. Fakes the handoff. Furcus looking around. Furcus gets tacked! And Franklin with the response early.
Yeah, that was not a good play call. I mean, it was a good play call to pass, but you got to get rid of the ball faster than that.
A.J. Cromie made Oak Creek's offense look embarrassing right there.
Well, he has to. That's one of those situations where you got to come up with better design. You got to block.
So now Franklin will take over. Drew Ambrose, the offensive coordinator for Oak Creek. The defensive coordinator for the Knights is Steve Haluknik, who's been the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and
many years here, doing a really great job at his role as defensive coordinator for the Knights.
I was going to say, that looks better for the camera if you sit.
I kind of had to, though, when I was on that side, if that's fine with you. They're going to do a direct snap and a little shift around. Beglier, top of the sideline. Beglier, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. He does it again. Touchdown, Sabres.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. House money call for Robbie Beglier. And that was a little end around route 2, Matt Peck. And I'll say my signature call. Franklin smacks the Knights in the mouth to open it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things on the outside. We talked about it before the game. They were going to have to defend the outsides. Oak Creek has Racine K struggled with that a couple weeks ago against this Franklin team. And, Oak Creek basically just did what Case did a couple weeks ago. Let the outside run get open. And early on, they're going to have to fix that going down in the game. But it's early. It's one play. They had a promising offensive drive last time.
The extra point is up from Connor Henschel, and the kick is good. 7-0 Sabres, and a tone-setting drive on the first play for the Sabres. 7-0 in the Helmet Trophy game. Coming right back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Caflagraviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vankstelada alongside Matt Peck with you here. A 7-0 Franklin lead via a 78-yard rushing touchdown from senior Robert Beglier. On a trick play, he got the direct snap, and quarterback Keegan Best lined up at wide receiver. And a tone-setting first play of the drive for the Sabres.
Yeah, I was going to talk about this right before that play. Oak Creek, looking at some of their games, especially against Indian Trail, Horlick, Muskego is Muskego in that game. They made some mistakes early on and kind of got them behind, but Indian Trail down 14-0 early. Horlick, they were losing at one point, and there were some defensive struggles in those games.
Henschel kicks it off to Hoagland. Hoagland on the return, and he's going to get met before the 20-yard line. A pack of Sabres. That's the running back, Dylan Hurling, that time on it. But, you look at this matchup the last couple of years. Lewis Brown, he's not afraid to gamble with things. He did the onside kick early on in the first play on offense. This time they do direct snap to Beglier, and he was able to cut around the edge. Going a little trickery early, and it pays off right away.
Absolutely. And
so now Oak Creek will come back out.
I'd like to see Oak Creek try some trickery on offense. Yeah. Try to get Franklin off.
They did the last time they played each other when Oak Creek won.
Yeah, they did the Philly special.
Furcus will hand it off up the middle to Jay Bayless Hooker. Oh, my goodness. Everyone all around it. Tyler Richter, one of the guys to watch out for on the Franklin defensive line. And one of my keys to win is, you got to stop Franklin on offense all around if you're Oak Creek. You allowed 500 yards against them last year.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, you got to improve for that. That's the first goal. You got to make sure that, your defense is in the right spot. It was a tough game last year. They started off really hot, and then Franklin just came back. But Franklin was, a really good team. They have been for, 30 years?
Yeah.
It just seems like so.
Fergus will drop back to pass. He's going to look to his man, and it's Butterfingers off his fingers again. That time on the try to catch that time was Connor Mays, the sophomore wide receiver. Just not on point early on wide receivers wise for for Oak Creek.
Here's the thing. Outside of the first play of the game, they haven't been on point. First play of the game, the interesting about that pass was if any of the Sabres would have been looking, it could have been picked because the wide receiver would wait for that ball when he came down the field. But outside of that, yeah, they just seem like it's been a little off point for Oak Creek early on. But, let's see if they can possibly convert here on this 3rd and 8, and that'd be huge for them to keep this drive going.
So 3rd down and 8 for Oak Creek. Furcus drops back to pass. He's looking to the right side, has room to run. No, he's going to pass it this time, and the pass is incomplete. And another drop for Oak Creek. This has been a hectic start so far for the Knights trying to haul in some balls. Carson Dockel Great coverage from Franklin, though, that time, so it's a 3-and-out for Oak Creek.
Franklin's defense did exactly what they needed. They got the touchdown. Now they set the tone with a 3-and-out, and now Oak Creek, I mean, their defense is going to have to respond better than the last possession. I mean, you cannot come out right away and give up a touchdown the first play again.
And you got to be careful here on special teams.
Yeah.
As the guy that's lined up to return, Dominic Walters.
Oh, yeah, him
he
too.
He can return it and take it to the house in a heartbeat.
So, I mean, yeah.
And he's lined up at the 52, so it's a short yard situation right now. They're playing with short field. Oh, the ball goes over the head, and it's going to go in the end zone. It's a safety. No, yeah, it's a safety. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
So,
uncharacteristic start for the Knights and a safety now for the Franklin Sabres.
Man, this is...
It went over the punter's head, and then he fell on it in the end zone in the back. And you can't be happy right now if you're Brian Calhoun.
Yeah, it's early on. There's a lot of mistakes being made by Oak Creek on the field. I go back to the long yard, but then the safety, I mean, it's absolutely something you could not have there. And, you know, now Oak Creek's going to have to come out on defense because Oak Creek's punting now after the safety, so...
And Franklin, I mean, they get a touchdown. This game's 16-0.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, I mean, Oak Creek's going to have to just look to the small plays, in my opinion. Once they get the ball back, they're going to have to look to the small plays to take some time off and get down the field. I mean, but we're going to have to see them on defense here. Maybe they can force a 3-and-out. That'd be the best thing for them right now is they can force a 3-and-out on defense on Franklin's offense. So
I almost want to say right now, I mean, the Knights look nervous right now. I mean, the way... Like, they come out a little shaky. They got to respond to these answers that Franklin's really put in right now.
I'm going to give you an example. Against Muskego, they fumbled the opening kickoff. So, I mean, this is the problem when you're meeting a good team like this. They still got 2 more on the schedule that are worthy. Racine Case and Kenosha Bradford.
They threw a pick 6, too, against Muskego.
So, I mean.
And you can't have, I mean, they fumbled it a few times against Indian Trail. Got to clean up miscues, and especially in a game like this where you want to try to set a statement for yourself and try to beat a team that you've only beat, what, 3 times the last 10 years?
Yeah, it's 3 times since 2010. That's including playoffs. So, yeah, and last time was 2022. Oak Creek was a 35-7 win. So, yeah, I mean, you got to – if you're Oak Creek, you must get a 3-and-out here, in my opinion, early on. I mean, Franklin has a good offense, but their defense is well known around the state this year. Their defense has been the story, so try to –
Danilo Pradrumic on the kickoff, on the punt. They got a guy returning here, Walters, Dominic Walters getting across that was Dylan Hurling on the reception, pardon me. So Franklin will set up shop for their second drive in Oak Creek's territory now, and you have the chance right here to keep adding on. And my keys to win for Franklin tonight, running high octane early. Which means they just got to keep their foot on the gas, and they'll be cruising through this one.
You're correct about that. So, yeah, it's going to be – so for Franklin on offense, I'd keep the gas on the pedal like you've been doing. I'd keep running the ball. Running the ball obviously has worked. They only had the ball one time on offense, and they scored.
So now Best will line up in the backfield with Beglinger to the left of him in the shotgun. Now back in the pistol formation. Gavin Sheik motioning to the right. Going to hand it off to Beglinger. And Lincoln Hansen on the tackle. But Robert Beglinger can really just push himself forward, too. He's not going to go down without a fight, Matt Peck.
Oak Creek ranked 11th in our state, our Zaleski Sports Poll, ranked in the seed rankings. Part of the reason with that is Muskego is on the schedule, and, you know, they take all your opponents. And their win-loss record, they haven't lost yet. So Muskego's on the schedule. Certainly wasn't the other teams, Waterford or any of those other teams that helped them out. It was Muskego where they are, and only one loss to the Muskego Warriors.
That's going to drop back to pass. Has a little bit of pressure. High pass, and it's caught. Ooh, good tackle that time. And a good reception to number 3, Will Kremski. He's running a little fade route that time. A little high throw from Keegan Best, but Kremski was able to get that vert from his 5'8" frame and get that one down. Jackson Villarreal on the tackle that time for Oak Creek.
So, yeah, I mean,
this isn't
Franklin's moving the ball at ease right now. The Oak Creek's going to have to try to find a way to fix that, maybe stall him a little bit here.
You got Oak Creek bringing a couple more guys on the line trying to stop Beglinger. You're going to hand it off to him again. And this time a herd of Knights defenders coming up with the tackle that time.
See, it's small plays that Oak Creek needs to start making. So, like, they can set a tone a little bit on defense and making those small plays, stopping them for 2 yards only. That's what can build up your team confidence early on. They need everything that
And
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I guess another thing to keep in mind too, they decide to receive the first kickoff. So
Well, I mean,
going into the half, Franklin will get the ball. So now,
yeah, that is important to keep in mind, especially we don't know what the score is by then or what it is right now. Obviously, you see it's 9-0.
2nd down and 8. Krebsky motioning to the left, right back. Gonna hand it off to Beglinger again. This time, the Knights get all over that one.
It's a good play from Oak Creek that time, able to stop Beglinger. That's one of the keys Elijah mentioned earlier. He's got to stop Beglinger. And they got him for a loss of 2 that time.
Landon DeVillio on the tackle. Loss of 1 yard on the play. So it's going to need to be a big stop right here for Oak Creek. But I do think if you're Drew Ambrose in that huddle, I mean, if you don't get it here on 3rd down, I think you take a chance and try to get some more points on the board here.
Where you're out in the field, you're not going to punt.
Like I said, keys to win. High octane, you want to keep your foot on the gas. You can try to do it here. Nolan Hahn was the motion man. He's going to do a little check down pass and breaks a tackle on the left side. See, that's enough room right there. Drew Slomszewski that time on the reception.
So they gain a good chunk there that time, though.
I think that's enough to go for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Easily.
I think Brown might be taking the points.
Yeah. Brady Yulee on the tackle that time. So now Connor Henschel, the sophomore, will come out to attempt, what is this? A 36-yard attempt. Henschel wants to get, this would be one of his longest attempts of the year. Kremski holding. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. Oh, just short. And Oak Creek, that might be a momentum swing you could use right now.
Something they needed. And right after that safety, they hold Franklin at no points. So, I mean, it's something they definitely needed.
I'm actually a little surprised they didn't try to go for it there.
Yeah, I think Lewis Brown figures it's early on.
Yeah. You were in pretty good territory to try. But now Oak Creek will set up shop as if it was a touchback at their own 20 for their 3rd drive. Had a really good drive the first time, couldn't convert on 4th down. Now the 2nd drive, 3 and out. Let's see what Blake Firkus can roll out with on his 3rd drive. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right with Bayless Hooker in the backfield. Firkus going to hand it off to Bayless Hooker. He spins and met by a pack of Sabres. Got to try to get that wide receiver core more involved. Firkus has been making some pretty good throws so far. Just like a couple of big drops so far here. Kind of reminds me of remember how the Packers last year.
I'm going to talk about this. Oconomowoc last week when we had him on the network against McGuanago. They had a couple big passes, but they just weren't caught. And that was a decision maker, especially early on, that could have set the tone for Oconomowoc. And they had some big passes that were dropped on the network last week when we remember if you watched that game. So, I mean, those are huge when you drop passes, especially for momentum, especially if they're huge.
Firkus looks like he's going to do a little quick pass, and it's off the hands of Connor Mays that time. So, I mean, there's 2 Franklin defenders on Mays that time. I don't know if that was the smartest choice, but big 3rd down coming up once again for Oak Creek.
Yeah, it's a big play for Oak Creek, and they definitely got to convert here, in my opinion. It's early, set the tone. You got to convert here.
And you thought having a 3 and out was bad. The punter, it went all the way to the back of the end zone, and it ended up being a safety and a free 2 points for the Sabres. Firkus going to drop back the pass, has time, and the pass is caught to Max Hoagland for a 1st down and some more on the 40-yard line. That's a good start. Max Hoagland, the 3rd leading receiver for this Knights team, and Blake Firkus, a beautiful dime that time to feed his man, Max Hoagland, the senior. Got to have some of that leadership. $18-yard reception that time. A little under 2 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. Firkus going to hand it off. Kaysen Seabrooks on the carry. His first of the night. He'll get about 7 to 8 yards on the carry.
So, yeah, good 7 yards, and Oak Creek just needs those small plays to get down the field, get those small chunks, small short passes, get a couple of runs, get down the field. It's kind of what they need early on. You don't need that home run pass all the time. I love what Firkus did early on to try to set the tone. He went with that home run pass, and it worked. But you also got to make sure if you make the home run pass, you get them in stride. You cannot have them waiting for the ball right there, because if a Sabre sees it, come up, knock it down, intercept. So you got to make sure you get it in the run, not where the wide receivers stand up and waiting for it. But that was a good pass from Furcus early on. Be interesting. We can see one of those from him again.
2nd down and 4. Furcus fakes the handoff on a play fake. Has some pressure coming his way. And did Doug Hamilton catch that? No, he did it on the sideline. Just a little low ball that time, and it'll set up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that's one of those passes that's got to get there. That converts you a 1st down. It's got to get to the wide receiver there. I'm just going to be straight out right there. You got to be able to make it to him. You're on the run. I'm talking. I never play football, but it's one of those passes where it's key because you reset the downs and you're at the 50-yard line if you make that catch.
Well, now you're under a minute here. 3rd down and 3. You're in your own territory. I think you got to try to take a kind of like medium shot here at least. Expect Franklin to bring pressure here. They're going to run it off to Seabrooks and Kaysen Seabrooks.
I think he might have gotten it just barely.
Should be enough. Oh, a little shove at the end there.
They haven't stopped the clock, so I don't think he's gotten it.
Oh, 4th and inches.
Yeah.
Now it's decision time again on 4th and inches right here.
So, yeah.
I think, he
didn't quite get it there like we thought. From my angle, it looked like he just pushed over the line right there, but obviously he didn't. So
you knew Franklin was going to bring the multiple amount of guys on that line, and I think they're just going to run the clock out to end the 1st quarter.
I would. Reset yourself. You're going to head to a new quarter after this. You got to reset yourself. Oak Creek started off the quarter good, but they had some sloppy plays, allowing Beglinger's 74-yard touch run, and then the safety obviously snapped over the punter's head. So
that'll be it for the end of the 1st quarter. 9-0, the Franklin Sabres lead in the battle for the Helmet Trophy one last time in the SEC Conference. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on Zaleski Sports for the 2nd quarter.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinks-Alon alongside Matt Peck with you here for the final Helmet Trophy game in the SEC Conference between these two teams. Only 3.5 miles apart from each other. All you have to do is shoot down Putes Road to get from school to school. These two schools don't really like each other, and it's a 9-0 game for Franklin early on. Big score update here, 14-10. Muskego leads on Arrowhead in the middle of the 2nd quarter via Mike Whitlow of the Journal Sentinel.
You know how many texts we got? Yeah. Why aren't you at that game tonight?
4th down and 1 now. A big 4th down coming up for Oak Creek. Furcus, Franklin bringing the heat here. Oh, he's got room to run. Kaysen Seabrooks cutting to the left side. He's got room to run. 20, 10, and he's going to get out of bounds. And that's just what Oak Creek needed, Matt Peck.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, set the tone with one big play, and that's what they did on that possession right there.
He needed the gap right there, and he got it.
So technically, it'll be 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the Franklin 9-yard line. We talk about how Oak Creek's been down in a couple of these games and trap games early, but they've been able to respond, so let's see if they can do it here tonight. Furcus inside the 10 on 1st and goal. He's going to hand it off again to Seabrooks. And he'll get only a couple yards on the carry that time.
Yeah, that'd be huge. That'd be huge for Oak Creek if they could get in here and score.
Justin Woods on the tackle, one of the big defensive linemen for Ken Whiskey on the defensive end.
Yeah, that'd be huge, like I mentioned before, if Oak Creek could get in here and score. They got 7 yards to do so, and I honestly think
try to go for 6.
Oh, yeah, go for 6. If they get it to 4th down, I'm not saying they're going to, but they get it to 4th down, I'd go for 6.
So 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Furcus on 2nd and goal from the 7. Drops back to pass. Looking around, has a man. The pass is incomplete again. That's Carson Dockel. That's his 3rd drop of the night, and that's just what you can't have that right now. I mean, you work on those in practice too, when you have some heat on you. So now a big 3rd down and 7, or 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line.
Yeah, drops 2 weeks in a row. We talked about Oconomowoc, who we had on the network last week. I just mentioned that about 2 minutes ago. But they had a lot of drops against McWanago, and McWanago made them pay in that game. And Oak Creek early on is doing the same thing with drops. They just got to be able to snug that football in. You know, those are 10, 15 yards you're losing dropping the ball.
And those, you got to really respond off of those. Firkus drops back, has some time to throw. They're giving him a lot of time to throw. I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to that O-line led by one of the top recruits in the 2026 class, James Thomas. I mean, Firkus is getting a lot of time to throw. It's just the secondary for Franklin has been doing an amazing job, and I think, yeah, they're just going to settle for 3 here.
I guess it's the way I would have looked at it is if you're going to settle for a different one is how you did in the offense. So, like, obviously they probably weren't too happy with that offensive set there, so that's why they're going to set for 3.
Danilo Paldrimic will attempt the 24-yard attempt here. Blake Firkus is going to be the holder.
Franklin, don't be surprised they bring pressure here and try to block this.
Yeah, they've been really good on those ends lately. Snap's good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it's good. So Paldrimic puts the Knights on the board, 9-3 now, and Oak Creek will take that. They get on the board here early on. 10:59 left to go in the first half. More high school football coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Oak Creek gets on the board in a pretty solid drive to lead a field goal here after a big run from Kason Seabrooks to set up 1st and goal territory. They couldn't convert on the 3 plays, but Danilo Paldrimic, 24-yard attempt, gets the Knights on the board. So 9-3 now. Oak Creek, you're in a situation where you got points on the board. Now you just got to transition that to defense.
Absolutely, and they did a good job last time on the last possession. Franklin got after the safety, and they stopped them. Not 3 and out, but they stopped them and didn't let them score. Obviously, there was a missed field goal involved, but still, you know. So it's going to be Oak Creek's going to have to set the tone here on defense and try to get another stop.
Dylan Hurling and Robert Beglinger set to return as Paldrimic will kick it away. You know, Oak Creek's had a lot of great kickers over the years.
Oh, yeah. Dragan Kesic, one of them.
Brady Mobley, or Nolan Mobley, I should say.
Dragan Kesic had a couple game winners for the Minnesota Gophers.
Yeah.
The most memorable one was that one against Nebraska.
Got a really big leg, as that one's going to fall out of bounds
and
be a penalty. And Franklin will set up shop. That's a pretty good field position.
That's another mistake you can't have. Because you put him at the, 40?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you put him at the 40. And if he brings it out, he most likely, unless he breaks out, he doesn't get to the 40.
Oh, close enough, 35, right?
Yeah, well. So that's a mistake there, once again, that you just can't have. And
so it would be equivalent right now to an NFL touchback. Is it 35 or 30 in the NFL now?
It's probably 35. They use that. They move that every year.
It's like crazy how.
Stan, do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing as I said.
Beglinger will get the handoff again. He's making a couple guys miss, and he dives to around the 43-yard line, 2 yards short. 2nd down and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, our schedule's open for the rest of the year. Put in the comments where you'd like to see us. Week 7, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9. Just put in the comments, hey, I want you at Arrowhead. Well, school, we got to make sure. Just remember, we got to get athletic director approval. We cannot just show up to school and say, hey.
2nd down and 2 now from the 43-yard line. Best as a motion man. That's Richter. He's also a tight end. And timeout called by Lewis Brown. A little miscommunications. Lewis didn't look too happy about the play right there. and now they're going to try to rethink things a little bit.
Yeah. So
I mean, I think the main thing you got to start off with for Oak Creek right now is you got to stop Robert Begler. I mean,
100%.
78-yard rushing touchdown on that trick play caught him off guard, but all those other plays, I pretty much just seen him just blow through everybody, and he's not going to fall until you get a couple guys on him.
let's go back to each game. Let's go back to Kevin Memorial week 1. I wasn't there most of the time, but Robert Beglinger was a huge factor. We were here week 3 against Racine Case. Robert Beglinger was a big factor.
Already here tonight, he's making his
Yeah,
presence
so,
felt.
I mean, that's 2 games right there. You say, oh.
And this Franklin O-line, too, they got a lot of stacked guys. Henry Vallee, Tyson Shelton, A.J. Savasta, who had the fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was something, too.
So now 2nd down and 2. Keegan Best looked good his first couple weeks. 4 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Best going to drop back the pass. Now has some pressure coming on him. He's going to sling it in a beautiful dime to Will Kremski to put themselves into Franklin territory. The tackle that time by number 21, Jackson Villarreal. And, you know, the more I see this kid, Keegan Best, who was our highlight house player of the game we had Case, he looks more comfortable and comfortable.
Oh,
and that's how it
absolutely.
looks with every Franklin quarterback we see. Just being able to develop quarterbacks has been really amazing to watch.
Franklin is the quarterback powerhouse, I feel like. Goes all the way back, even before Max Elba.
I'm going to hand it off to Robert Beglinger. Oh, he touched the man! Oh, I tell you what, he is so fun to watch, Matt Peck, as he, like I said, I mean, one guy is not going to be able to stop him. He's going to need a couple guys on him, as he got 8 on the carry that time. And he's going to be a big factor if Franklin's going to want a deep state run this year. He's over 100 yards now. And Keegan Best, he doesn't even have to throw that much. Saving his energy right now. Oh. Gonna be a false start. And last year, that's gonna be a false start on Franklin. A little cha-cha from their offensive line, but last year, Robert Beglinger had over 150 rushing yards against these guys.
Yeah, Robert Beglinger,
almost 200.
Terrence Shelton, they've all known how to get through the Oak Creek defense. But
I think that the year after Oak Creek beat them in 22, Franklin wanted to make a statement. That game was on the WIAA Sports Network. They dropped 41 on them.
We were there.
Held them scoreless. And that was an amazing game from Joey Calais when they played them in 2022, or 23, I should say, actually. So 2nd down and 7 after the false start penalty. Best going to fake the handoff, drop back to pass, has some time. Rolling around, and he's going to get sacked.
Quite a play from Oak Creek that time, able to come in and bring pressure and just get Best to the ground. Finally a big play that they needed on the Oak Creek end, and they get Best to the ground.
Lincoln Hansen, the junior phenom, on the sack that time.
Steve Lucknick's defense got, the good pressure that they needed that time. That's the first time Best has been sacked today, and Steve Lucknick's definitely going to want to see more to that. That's probably, he's hoping more than 1 sack of the night. So.
And this defensive line for Steve Lucknick is stacked too. You got Jordan Colbeck, Lincoln Hansen. You got multiple guys on that line. Landon DeVillio, Corbin Jansen. Best dropping back to pass again. Wide open, Kremski. Oh my goodness. 5 touchdown Sabres. And you cannot let that happen if you're Oak Creek again. He was wide open that time.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I've been stressing all night. They got to stop the big plays, and clearly that didn't happen right there. You cannot leave somebody wide open against this Franklin offense.
And Keegan Best, I mean, that's a practice play right there with how wide open he was. Connor Henschel will come up to attempt the extra point, but Steve Lucknick can't be too pleased about that play. Nobody around him in that play. Henschel, the extra point is up, and it's good. 16-3. Franklin leads on the Oak Creek Knights. Franklin setting the tone here early in the first half, grooving on offense. We'll be right back for the Helmet Trophy game right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 16-13, the Franklin Sabres lead on the Oak Creek Knights. Elijah Vankstalada, 16-3. You got it. Elijah Vankstalada alongside Matthew Peck with you here on Zaleski Sports. 43-yard passing touchdown from Keegan Best to Will Kremski. That's just been something here so far. Franklin's been cruising on both sides of the football so far, and really setting the tone like they have in this rivalry the last couple of years.
Yeah. It's one thing we stressed, and, I talked about going in the break. Oak Creek had to limit those huge plays.
This one's going to bounce on the kickoff. And the return will go out just before the 30. Max Hoagland on the return.
So
Sheik on the tackle that time.
Franklin got themselves basically a 2-possession lead right now. Obviously, you're not going to want to take the gas off the pedal yet. You're only up 16-3, but you want to continue a good defensive route, what they've been doing all night. They had that long, there was a run earlier from Oak Creek that set the tone in the last possession. It got them in the red zone, but only settled for 3. But they're going to have to keep playing good defense, Franklin. And Oak Creek's just going to, I would just go small plays. Don't worry about that home run 100-yard pass. You look for that short 10-yard pass and move yourself slowly down the field. Scoring points is about scoring points. If there's 2 minutes left in the game, then maybe the home run ball. But you got 3 quarters left, 2.5 quarters left, basically, at this game.
You're going to stop? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you got to go to the run game. That's what I was trying to say as they go right back to it. Jay Bayless Hooker right there on the carry. First effort that time by Tyler Richter. But you have a good point there. I mean, what I was going to add on to that, though?
What?
I mean, I bring it up again. Oak Creek won the toss. They offered to receive the kick.
Well, I mean, I like the aggressiveness from Brian Calhoun. He did it. Joel Alpar did it last year.
And they rightfully so got the touchdown on the first play. Didn't end well at the end, but you respect the aggressiveness. So a big second down here. Furkus going to drop back to pass. Oh, it's underthrown. Oh, it's intercepted. One-handed grab.
Wow.
Oh, who's that, 12? Jackson Boldry is going to be on the Sports Center top 10 tomorrow with that interception that time. And I knew that ball was really very underthrown right there from Furkus. That is not.
Well, Franklin got the defensive stop they needed, like I just talked about.
Oh.
Right on the first play. So
the second interception on the year for Boldry. He's making highlight house player plays right there, Matt Peck.
He said he saw Zaleski Sports was here, and he's like, I want to come. Wow.
He kind of just let it fall into his arms that time.
Yeah, I mean, Elijah, I'm going to talk from the early on standpoint. I mean, if you're Oak Creek, you can't do that there. I mean, I'm just being realistic. I mean, obviously every person at home knows that you can't throw an interception, but you got to, I said you cannot just go for the home run ball all the time. Just do smart plays. Go small ball. Move yourself slowly down the field. Looking for the home run ball, you knew that was going to happen at some point. And
that was one of the craziest interceptions I've seen in a while.
That's quite an interception, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%. I agree with you there.
So Keegan Best and the Franklin offense will come back out here. They have a chance to push this lead up to 20 now. Best can hand it off to Dylan Hurling now on the carry. Get about 2 to 3 yards on it. And that, I mean, going back to Oak Creek again, that's the last thing you wanted right there. I think you were better off trying to force a punt there.
Yes.
And a key inactive tonight for Oak Creek on defense as well as Isaiah Angeles. He was seen in a sling early on, an arm injury. They really miss him tonight on that defensive secondary.
Yeah, it's definitely a big loss for that Oak Creek defense.
4-year starter.
That's for sure.
First year he was actually the quarterback.
Yeah, I forgot about that already.
After Cade Polkowski, the quarterback at the time, stepped down just to focus on baseball. The handoff that time. Gavin Grohl, the first guy to get to it. Hurling on the carry.
So Gavin Grohl, he got it right through that line, and he made a good play right there. It's exactly what Oak Creek needs. Just make those small plays on defense. Now they got to try to force a 3 and out here. That's exactly what they need to do, and see if they can. Last time they were in a third down situation, Franklin threw the big touchdown pass. So it's one thing to keep in mind. And Keegan Best is definitely going to look down the field, but Franklin, low key, I'm okay with Franklin looking down the field because they've been able to execute those big plays. Oak Creek had one early on, and there's been a lot of drops, and obviously the interception after.
They're down at 5. Kremski motioning to the right. Best gonna drop back. Franklin, Oak Creek bringing pressure, and Gavin Sheik on the catch that time.
I think he's there.
Yep, he's got it. Rick Goen and Steve Drobot move the chains. The best chain game in the state.
People are probably saying, how do you know these people so well? Well, we had them as a home school last year. This year we were here for 2 games. So obviously, we had them on the road at the Catholic Memorial Week 1.
And a little bonus to that, we called one of Steve Drobot, the head baseball coach for Franklin's baseball team. They won too when we had him on, and we always love having him on too. So first down and 10. Best gonna hand it off again. Oh, there he goes, hurling. He's still going, and he gets all the way out to the 22-yard line. Oak Creek's run defense not looking too hot tonight.
No, it's one of those concerns I had for Oak Creek when they came into this game was the run defense, especially because, like I mentioned, we saw Case, who has a pretty good defense a couple weeks ago against Franklin. They had a hard time stopping the run as well. So I said to myself, Oak Creek's going to have to defend those outsides. Franklin loves to go outside with that run with Beglinger or Hurling. And so far tonight, I mean, they had a couple stops on the run, but it's been a lot of the same stuff.
So first down and 10 from 22. Now Dylan Hurling getting his fair share of carries. Best. This time Beglinger back in the game will get the handoff. Good stop this time from Oak Creek. Brady Yulee, one of the big tackle guys for the Oak Creek Knights team. It's one of the guys that Brian Calhoun praises on his defense. Like I said, I mean, they got a really good defensive front. I think you got to add more of those linebackers up front, though, to try to stop Beglinger and Hurling. The dynamic duo, I mean, they're dynamic. They've been a dynamic duo. I mean, Hurling has more touchdowns than Beglinger, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been a bigger red zone guy for Franklin so far this year. Best. Gonna fake the handoff. Running around, has some time. Now pressure coming, and he's gonna air it out to the end zone. Incomplete. It was intended to Nolan Hahn that time. Looked like just on that throw that time, just a little off that time. On the run, I mean, it could be a little tricky when you're trying to throw that. So now I'll set up a 3rd down and 8 for Franklin.
And Franklin, they've been pretty hot on these 3rd downs tonight. I think outside of one time, they've converted every 3rd down. So if I'm Oak Creek, I'm looking for something big on this defensive front. Although last time they went short pass, but if I'm Oak Creek, I'm looking for something big from Franklin because Best showed it last time on 3rd down one time and got a touchdown. So
Best on 3rd down and 8. He is going to hand it off to Beglinger. Beglinger gets a couple guys to miss, and he might actually, he might have that.
He got it because the clock stopped, so that means he has it.
And so on 3rd down and 8, Franklin catches Oak Creek off guard, thinking they were going to go out a little pass play that time, and Beglinger gets the run up the gut on the inside zone that time. And that's the gambles you like to take if you're Oak Creek. I mean, if you're Franklin, I should say.
So Franklin continuing to run the clock here.
Yeah, it's smart to do that too.
And plus they get the ball at half. Yeah, I was just going to say that too. Yeah, you're right. 100% correct. They're going to get the ball right at half. So
if you could go into the half 23-3, that's a picture-perfect start for Lewis Brown. Best. They're going to hand it off again to Beglinger, and this time Gavin Grawl right away met his match that time. Beglinger. So he didn't get any gain. You've got to see more of those from Oak Creek on the defensive line if they want to try to stop the run game.
So yeah, like we pointed out just a couple moments ago, Franklin continued to roll that clock down.
Going to hand it off again, and this time he's going to be met again. Lincoln Hansen. There you go for Oak Creek. You got a couple of guys now wrapping him up. Landon DeVillio helping out as well, but Lincoln Hansen just wrapping him up. He's a hard guy to take down, like I said. All you got to do is just wrap him up, Matt Peck.
Yeah, so now if I'm Oak Creek.
I think a timeout's going to be called here for Oak Creek now. So they want to stop the clock. Oak Creek, I mean, they probably want to get the ball before half because Franklin gets it after.
Well, I doubt even if Franklin, I mean, unless they convert here, they're going to, especially if they don't get this, they're not going to use up the last 2:25 here. So, but Franklin's definitely in field goal territory to give themselves a 19-3 lead, possibly if they don't convert on this. But, you know, if you're Oak Creek, I would be looking down and make sure that you watch for the big pass. That's what I'd be worried about right now if I'm Oak Creek's defense, that big pass, because Keegan Best showed right over the middle twice on third down that he had his man, and both times the guys were open. So I would defend that middle pretty well if I'm Oak Creek and try to bat down the pass if you can, but you don't let him catch the ball, it gets to fourth down. You let him catch it and run, you possibly got a first down. That's what we've seen. So, you know, Oak Creek just needs to get some momentum here and say, hey, we're going to stop him on defense. And see what Franklin draws up out here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see one of those trick plays again from Lewis Brown.
I mean, they could even come out on surprise here and try to run it. I mean, they got some speedy guys on their running backs and try to catch their defense on surprise. I'm sure they're going to want to try to bring some sort of pressure, though, if you're Oak Creek, if they're going to try to pass this one. And Franklin, they got a lot of really great weapons, too. I see Will Kremsky and Gavin Sheik lined up on the left right now. Just only 2 wide receivers lined up right now.
This is going to be interesting.
And Walters is also lined up as a tight end right now. So Keegan Best,
almost moved.
Looked like a little bit of jump. Oh.
That's going to be a flag on Franklin.
Now they got Franklin to jump. It's kind of like the tables have turned moment there. It looked like a little bit of a jump right there, but I don't think he got offsides on Oak Creek, right?
No.
So
I mean, if you're still Oak Creek, you're still looking for that big pass. Lewis Brown's not going to concede the drive and say, oh, false start, we're just going to call a small ball. Nope. Look at the end zone. But Oak Creek's got to try to pressure Best here.
Yeah.
They can't give him time to write a Bible back there.
Third and 18 now. Best dropping back to pass. Has some time to roll around. He's just going to check it down to Beglinger. Beglinger has some room. One man to beat. He's going to beat his man. And Beglinger, he's on fire. And another touchdown for the Sabres. Robert Beglinger with a rushing touchdown and now a receiving touchdown.
You know, I'm going to say something right now. I honestly do not know how that happens right there. I mean, there were 3 Knights right in the position right there to take Beglinger down. He went right past all 3 of them.
I mean, I
just can't say anything. I don't know how that happened. I honestly don't.
He only had one man to beat, though. It's pretty easy as that. But you got to get a couple guys over there to help out.
I literally said, watch the end zone, watch the pass, be prepared for it. It happened. So Franklin's really going to take themselves into halftime here, unless Oak Creek can come down and score, set a tone a little bit.
Henschel gets the extra point to go. Robert Beglinger, he's got NBA 2K takeover on right now, or X takeover on, X Factor and Madden, like if you will, right now. 23-3, Franklin leads on Oak Creek. We'll be right back. Remainder of the first half coming up on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinksalat alongside Matt Peck with you. A big passing touchdown on a check down from Keegan Best to Robert Beglinger. 133 yards rushing for Franklin and 103 passing yards for Franklin. Over 200 yards already in the first half, almost 250 to be exact. You're already at that halfway point you were at last year with how many yards Oak Creek gave up. It's not looking pretty early.
No, it's not. And, you know, it's kind of, it comes to the point where, you know, in some of those situations you say to yourself, how does that happen? Like Beglinger right there, it was wide open. I mean, you basically knew 95% that a pass was coming there.
Oh, yeah.
And that happened.
And a line drive kick fumbled that time, but recovered. That's the last thing they want. Gavin Graw. Oh, he's got room to run on the left side.
Exactly what they need.
And they get out to around the 40. So he made something out of nothing that time.
Something to set the tone here for Oak Creek on the drive. They needed to get a big kick return. They got themselves in the 40-yard line range, so something big early on, and, you know, it's definitely something they need, but let's see what they can do with it here.
You're going to need a touchdown here if you want to try to really keep yourselves in this game.
Elijah, I've seen this debate go on Facebook, but about who gets 27th Street if you win or lose. Do you think it should be the winner or the loser?
Loser.
Well, if you're not from the area, you probably
27th Street battle.
You probably don't know why we would say loser if you're not from the area, but
I don't want to go too far into that.
Yeah, we're not going to touch on most of that, but
so Ferkus back on the field now. Going to fake the handoff, going to do a check down to Dennis Morris. Has a couple blockers and nothing after that. Good tackle that time by Captain Dominic Walters, who was our Highlight House player week 1. He did it all week 1. Kick return, touchdown, pick 6, big defensive plays, you name it. He's one of the big guys that Lewis Brown praises on the squad to take him back to hopefully a state title this year in his final year. I mean,
yeah, Franklin's going to have some roadblocks in that section. Mugwanago, Lake Geneva Badgers, that big one. That's
Muskego still, like always.
Kenosha Bradford, they play Franklin next week. We can't count Bradford out yet because they haven't played Franklin yet.
That game could be a 5-0 versus 5-0 next week. Ferkus rolling to his left, has some time to throw. Can't find him. Oh, now he finds a guy. There you go. And he's going to get down that time. Doug Hamilton, his first catch of the night. Oak Creek into Franklin territory now on the Oak Creek Franklin 39. Now you got to go now. I mean, you got 2 timeouts left, but you got to punch it in for 6, like I said. Three's not going to cut it.
If you're Brian Calhoun, you cannot leave those timeouts on the board, especially if you're moving the ball. You're going to have to use them.
Ferkus dropping back to pass, and he's going to find his man Dockel. Gets a catch and a big hit that time. And they're getting the right plays right now. They got to continue to go as the clock goes under 1 minute now inside Franklin's 40-yard line at the 30.
Timeout Knights.
Yep. And he's listening to you.
I said you can't leave 2 timeouts on the board. You're going to have to use them, especially if you're moving the ball here, which is what the Oak Creek's doing a good job. Like I said, they got to move those small pocket passes, like going to go little chunks at a time. Obviously, you got time to play with here, 54 seconds at a timeout, so you don't need to air it out, but you can't go too slow here. But when I talk about the short passes, I'm talking about like those 13 minutes left in the quarter, those possessions. But now if they can't convert here and out of the half, say they go down 30-3, you're going to have to start doing something different.
I mean, this is the part now, too. I mean, you only got 1 timeout left. You got to try to start taking some chances down at the end zone. And I know Franklin's going to be expecting that, too.
Absolutely. And, but it'll be interesting to see what Oak Creek can come up with here. I'd like to see them draw like a trick play up here, maybe try to see if they can trick Franklin.
It worked a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it worked a couple of years ago.
Philly special play
I'd like
to
to see if it work. So, I mean.
But you got to,
I love trick plays.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. I love running quarterbacks. I love trick plays. That's my favorite parts about football.
You got any level of football, I love seeing that, too.
Yeah.
See what they do. Wisconsin Badgers running a lot, too. I mean, it didn't work a lot against Alabama last week.
Nothing worked against Alabama.
Yeah. Earlier games it did, though. Oh, they're going to run it up the middle with Seabrooks. Seabrooks has some room to run, and he's going to fall around the 15, so
stops the clock momentarily.
Run, but that'll do it, I mean, right? That'll do you some good right there. Oak Creek in the red zone once again, and Brian Calhoun running all the way down. He'll use his final timeout, and he listened to what you said again. you gotta leave or take those timeouts out with you. Oh, injury actually.
So there will not be a timeout taken out of the board. Let me put that back on. So it's not Oak Creek charge timeout. It's an official timeout.
And that's not the guy you want down either. That's Kason Seabrooks.
Ooh, no.
One of the second leading rushers here. He's going to head out to the sideline here. Good that he's walking off his own power, but hopefully he's okay.
5 carries for 68 yards.
Seabrooks with 5 carries and 68 rushing yards for him. He's been really good on the rushing attack here. Bayless Zucker as well. With 48 seconds left, the clock will start now. Well, I mean, that almost helps Franklin or Oak Creek in a way. I mean, you had time to discuss the play real quick. Now they got to go. Ferkus rolling around. He's got pressure coming. Gabe Martins, he's right there. And he's going to throw it away. That's smart, right outside. I mean, Gabe Martins is rolling around like a lion in a documentary chasing a cheetah chasing down a lion right there.
Oh, it's a penalty on the Knights.
Is he grounding?
I think, did they say holding?
Holding?
Yeah, holding. All right, so yeah, it's holding.
Yeah, holding on Oak Creek, so that's the last thing you want right now if you're in the red zone.
That's an absolute killer in my opinion. You can't do that.
Now you're all the way back outside the red zone at the Franklin 25 now.
So it's 1st and 20 now. So first of all, they got 33 seconds to play with and a timeout. Keep in mind that last timeout did not charge to Oak Creek. It was injury, so it was officials.
.33 seconds left to go. Furcus dropping back to pass. He's going to air it out to Dennis Morris, and he overthrew him a little bit. Oh, a little collision that time in the end zone, and yeah, Morris is down now. Yeah, he's hurt. I think he might have, I don't know, man. He might have fell into the band equipment, which that's not. I think if you're the band, you might want to move that equipment back just a little bit. Yeah, because he's not getting up right now. Yeah, the refs right now are telling him move it back.
We'll move the camera for a moment.
Not a smart spot to put the equipment before the half.
Yeah, now they're moving it. Now they learned their lesson. Let's move the equipment now.
Because that could cost them big time here. He's still down.
Yeah, you running that band equipment, and Brian Calhoun's going to run down there as well. Yeah. Oh, no. That's not good at all.
Yep, that's Dennis Morris, the leading receiver, too, for the Knights.
That's an event mistake. I mean, they're used to probably setting up there and not happening, but now that'll change things for the future. So it's a good thing to see he's getting up.
Yeah.
That's a really good sign.
Trying to walk off on his own power now. Oak Creek's already got a couple of injuries that they've been dealing with.
Yeah, I mean,
this is not a guy you want to add onto that list.
You just have it.
And it's really good to see that he's walking off on his own power right now.
You heard what the man said. You boys got to go get your own pizza. Well, then you better start washing some dishes then. Start mowing the lawn. Go earn yourself some money.
2nd down and 20 from the Oak Creek or Franklin 25. I'm going back to it now. 27 seconds. He's still got to score here.
It's 20-25.
Yeah.
I'm referring to a joke they were making behind us. Nothing with this game, but it's gonna be interesting to see what Oak Creek does here. They got 27 seconds to play with here and a timeout. So they just got to get a first down here, in my opinion, and just see where they're at.
So 2nd down and 20. Furcus dropping back to pass. Has some pressure coming his way. The pass is caught.
Oh, nice pass.
Up the middle, and I think you got to call your timeout here. It's Max Hoagland on the catch, and now Max Hoagland is down hurt.
Hang on, the clock is still running.
And now they stopped the clock.
They're going to have to put time on the clock back. That clock did not stop as soon as the first down came down.
And Max Hoagland, he's really grabbing his leg right now, too.
If I'm Oak Creek, I'm saying something about that.
Well, it looks like it might be a cramp.
Yeah. Because those extra seconds are crucial.
Yeah. I mean, 3rd down and short, you were able to get 19 out of it.
3rd down and 1.
That's another one of your big wide receivers, Max Hoagland, that's down right now.
So I'm just surprised they have not put more time on the clock. Cause we'll fix that at halftime.
Yeah. Well, technical difficulties with the scoreboard, but we'll get that fixed.
That always happens. I don't know why Slinger and Badger saved down here. That was 3 weeks ago already, that game.
10 had the catch, 7 had the tackle.
Oh, now we got timeout.
Tyler Richter was on the tackle that time, and Hoagland was on the catch. He's still down here. Athletic trainers assisting him up. And he's limping to the sideline here, but I mean, Dennis Morris, good sign for him. He's back on the field right away, too, but hope for the best for Max Hoagland.
People are probably like, when did Oak Creek become an owl?
With the logos, yeah.
Yeah. And when did Franklin have B in their name? Well, we just changed it back.
It's to show that their team's ran by Keegan Best, right? No, I'm just kidding. Furcus, penalty on the play. I think that's going to be Oak Creek. False start. Oh, my goodness.
And the clock is down to 7 now.
Yeah, you don't want that with 7 seconds left on the clock. So that'll send him back to the 13-yard line, and it'll be a 3rd down and 6. So now at this point, it's pretty much all or nothing for Oak Creek at the half.
Yeah, I mean,
touchdown or nothing.
They got a timeout. Are they using?
Calhoun's going to use it now.
I don't like that because say you get tackled short of the end zone, you can use that timeout.
I mean, if you can't find anybody right away, you just throw it out of bounds and try to get one last play on fourth down.
Here's the reason why I don't like that timeout there. Because say you can't get into the end zone, you can call that timeout. You got 3 seconds left. You got another chance to run another play. You got another chance to run another play. Now, if he gets tackled short, you're basically done. It's halftime. So, I mean, I'm not a football coach. But, you know, just wouldn't been the timeout there, especially when the clock was already stopped. So, clock was going to start. So, okay, maybe it wasn't the worst idea then.
So now
that changes my thoughts. So, yeah, that was probably a good timeout now I think about it. See, that's why I didn't go to coaching of football. I sit up here on the mic instead.
You're not minoring in coaching?
No.
So 3rd down and 6 coming here. Oh, Lewis Brown trying to signal his guys to come up. Oh, they're going to bring the house here. Ferkus rolling to his right. Time's ticking. He's going to air it out to the end zone, and it's incomplete. They're going to have one more play, though.
1 second left.
1 second left.
But it's 4th down.
You still got to go.
Yeah, you got to go.
It's all or nothing right here.
Yeah, so you're going for it here. I don't care. No field goals. 23-6 ain't going to do you no good. 23-10 at least puts you in a good spot saying, hey, we scored going into the half. Oh, man. Ferkus, I think they're going to bring the house again, I bet, here. If I'm Lewis Brown,
Lewis Brown was motioning, bring the house here. The linebackers are going to come in. Ferkus on 4th down and 6. Pressure coming. He's rolling to his right. Ferkus aiming to the end zone. Touchdown! Is it? Yeah, touchdown, Oak Creek. Just what Oak Creek needed. Carson Dockel puts the Knights with a statement heading into the half, and you really needed that.
Oh, absolutely. And that was a huge play from Ferkus, just able to buy time and go out and make that pass. And
beautiful scramble that time from Blake Ferkus to feed his man. And now you're Oak Creek heading into half, only down 2 possessions. Getting a little momentum heading into that half. So now Danilo Paldrimic will attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Oak Creek responds heading into the half, get momentum back. It's a 23-10 lead for the Sabres. The final Helmet Trophy game on Zaleski Sports. I'll be back. We'll come back and recap some scores around the state and a recap of the first half of this game on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
All right. Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinks-Salata alongside Matt Peck with you here from Franklin High School. 23-10, Franklin leads on Oak Creek. A big first half so far from the Sabres on the offensive end, led by Robert Beglinger, who set the tone on the first play on their first offensive drive with a 78-yard rushing touchdown. They would then force a 3-and-out from the Knights, and a muff punt that went to the back of the end zone, which ended in a safety to have the Sabres start off the game 9-0, 9-0, and then Oak Creek came down, kicked a field goal. Then after that, it was a 43-yard check down play to Robert Beglinger from Keegan Best on a big third down play that Beglinger was able to score off of here. And that made it 16-3, and then, Robert Beglinger has been the big story for Franklin here on the offensive end. And Oak Creek right before the half, a big connection from Blake Furcus to Carson Dockel to end the half to set the Knights to keep themselves in this game, which this game, the last couple of years in the Helmet Trophy game, hasn't been that close, but Franklin and Oak Creek due for a close matchup here soon. But Oak Creek got themselves on the board, got some good momentum heading into the half. I'm assuming Brian Calhoun wants to try to get a really big stop to start the second half, but Lewis Brown, I'm sure he wants to keep his guys rolling. They got to keep their foot on the gas. And we'll take another game break here, then I'll come back with a couple score updates here after this on Zaleski Sports as the marching band plays.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Back here on Zaleski Sports as the band is wrapping up in the halftime show here. 6 minutes left to go before the start of the second half. A 23-10 lead. The Franklin Sabres lead on the Oak Creek Knights in the Helmet Trophy game. Glad you guys could join us here. Elijah Vinkscott alongside Matt Pickwick here. We're going to do a couple score updates here. Then before we start the second half, again, we'll go to one more commercial break and then come back and recap some stats from both sides. First, let's read some score updates before we head to our commercial break, though. Wauwatosa West is up 21-7 on Tosa East in a rivalry game. It must be a white rivalry week, huh? Yeah. A lot of teams in rivalry games. Muskego and Arrowhead, the prime matchup, 21. You want to talk?
I'll just come on and add thoughts.
Yeah, 21-17. Muskego leads on Arrowhead. Yeah, we got plenty of time because they're probably going to come back out and need some extra time. But you got anything about that game, on how that game has been so far?
Which one?
Muskego 21 and Arrowhead 17.
Yes, that sounds like it's a really good game. And like Elijah said, he got a text saying, "Where are you guys? You haven't made it back to Muskego yet. 2 years. Yeah, we're gonna work on that one in a couple weeks probably. We're slim on options right now, so feel free to put some options in the chat about our upcoming schedule because we left everything else TBD. I know there were some games on there, but as our goal as a only broadcast team in the Milwaukee area is to bring the best games to you every week. And this one was specially featured because the last time these two are playing each other in conference. And it's a well-known neighborhood rivalry. Cannot guarantee you if these two play each other in non-conference next year if we'll be here or years to come. It depends on which games are those weeks. So, it's good to get here last time just to see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what Oak Creek does. Anyways, you got some more score updates probably as I gave a whole sermon there.
Catholic Memorial up 30-7 on New Berlin West in the second quarter. They've done a really good job bouncing back after week 1 loss to Franklin, huh?
Oh, yeah, they've won ever since.
14-10, Waukesha South leads on New Berlin Eisenhower. This is an interesting one, and I'll have you add some thoughts if you want as well to this one. 28-21, Slinger leads on Nicolay at half. That's, Slinger, the reigning D2 champions, 14-0 last year. We saw them at Badger, and then they didn't look too hot. And then now, some of their conference games, it's not looking too hot so far.
No, it's not. And that's kind of what we're talking about early on here is, we saw that Slinger team a couple weeks ago. And, I was told by some people, they got a lot younger from last year. Like, they don't have as many people around as players as they did on their state run last year. So, you lose a bunch of players and that you get younger, it's going to be tough to stay that consistently good. But it's looking concerning for them. They had a close game against Hartford, but, one thing I'm going to talk about is that Classic 8. We saw that Classic 8 last week and how bad McWanago took down Oconomowoc in that game we had on last week. And next week, we was looking at the Greater Metro most likely. We'll see. One of the games we have put in for is, let's just say this, it's not for sure. I'm not going to throw it out there and say we're going to be there for sure, but we're going to see if Brookfield Central wins tonight. If they win, we'll head to Germantown next week maybe. See if they still have enough room for us over there first. Brookfield Central at Germantown, that was a request that was sent in our way, and head down that way. In week 7, week 8, and week 9, we'll play by ear and see who's got good records in the Milwaukee area. We're not driving to Medicine or nothing, and especially not to the Fox Valley because, you know, they got enough teams up in those areas. And we got our own Zaleski sports team.
In the Oshkosh area?
Yeah, we got one in the Oshkosh area now. Oshkosh North is a home school this year. So, yeah, we got a lot of fun things. It's growing on Zaleski Sports. We got one crew in the Milwaukee area. Can't tell you if there'll be more in the future, but we're happy to serve you as the one crew. And yeah, so I guess we're going to head to more breaks as the marching band finishes up here.
I think we could talk a little bit more.
Yeah, you're right.
We got a couple more. We ran through most of the ads, right? 26-0. Badger leads on Elkhorn right now. And a very interesting one, too. I mean, I just want to bring it up again. I mean, this is a Classic 8 score. I mean, Mukwonago only up 14-9 on Kettle Moraine right now. They looked really good last week against Oconomowoc when we had them on. Now it's five point deficit. You know, Kettle Moraine, they have a new head coach too this year. But I mean,
Wyatt Jens, yeah, he's.
You know,
oh sorry.
They're kind of like in a rebuilding phase right now.
I gotta check on a rivalry game right down the street from here. Greenfield taking on Greendale. I can't tell you who I think's winning this game right now. Oh wow, 7-6.
And you know what other game is 7-6?
What?
Marquette is leading Oconomowoc 7-6 at half.
Actually, sorry, it's 6-7.
Oh, 6-7.
Okay, 7-6. Greendale up on Greenfield at the half over there at Greenfield High School. Not that far from here, about a couple minutes. About 10-15 minutes from here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, this is actually an interesting one too. I mean, we'll head to one more game break after this, but Indian Trail is only up 14-0 on Tremper in like the third quarter right now.
Yeah, that's interesting.
In that rivalry here, Tremper not the best of teams this year for football.
Yeah, Sports 101 just said we need a Zaleski sports team in the Medicine. I can't tell you if that's been ruled. It's probably not out of the question yet. We've been trying to grow statewide. I'm just telling you right now, we will not be the Medicine team. We would find people near there.
Well, we live in the Milwaukee area, so that's not going to be us.
That wouldn't be easy on my gas tank.
Yeah.
Or Elijah's either.
All right, let's take one more game break here before we head to the second half. Helmet Trophy game. Let's see. Will it be Oak Creek or Franklin? Put it in the chat as we come back for the second half.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. only at Fleet Farm.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
All right, back here on Zaleski Sports, about to get started here for the second half of football. 23-10, Franklin leads on Oak Creek. I'm going to recap some stats a little bit here before we begin the second half. By the way, Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck with you here in the Milwaukee area. It's hard to believe we're already 5 weeks into the season here. I mean, we're cruising through this one as we're already starting to talk some playoff seeding scenarios already.
Yeah, people are probably like, are you guys crazy? Let's see, this halftime clock's going to probably be extended even more.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we'll talk. You said, what was that score, that Hale Brookfield East game you said?
It was only like 10-0 at halftime there.
Wow. That's a close one between Hale and Brookfield East. A lot closer than people probably thought it would be. All right, Oak Creek looks like they're ready. Franklin's still stretching out.
Oak Creek came out a little bit later. Probably just got a little bit of a pep talk here, trying to motivate the guys in Brian Calhoun's first year, trying to get the dub the first time, and Calhoun trying to start out 1-0 in his era against Franklin Sabres. This is the last matchup between these two teams in the SEC Conference.
I was just notified Indian Trail beat Tremper tonight 29-7.
29-7 win for Indian
Yeah,
Trail.
so
It was close for a while.
Yeah, so that's your Southeast Conference update.
So let me ask you this before we begin the second half. What do the Knights have to do right now to get themselves
Knights got to create
right
an identity. They got to identify themselves when they get out there. So get a stop on defense. Do not let that big pass happen. Like I said, you know the pass is coming on third down those couple times, and somehow Beglinger and who's the other one they got open too?
Kremski.
Kremski. They both got open. They both were wide open as well. You just can't let that happen. I mean, Oak Creek, it's a whole new half. Brian Calhoun got to talk to him at halftime.
236 yards total in that first half for Oak Creek. You gotta limit that in the second half. Last year, like I said, they allowed 500 yards total last year against
What'd
these
you
guys.
say we're at right now?
236
Okay.
yards total, 133 rushing and 103 passing yards. Thanks to our wonderful statistician Stan Atkinson
He's right next to us. You know, any other stadium in the state, we don't have a statistician.
Yep.
Yeah.
109 rushing yards for Robert Beglinger on 10 carries and a 1 rushing touchdown. 3 carries for Dylan Hurling on 24 yards. Keegan Best 6 of 7 passing. 6 of 7 passing on 103 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Elijah, control yourself.
Yeah, I got it. Will Kremski with 3 receptions, 71 receiving yards for a touchdown. And Beglinger also had that check down 19-yard receiving touchdown.
So here we go. Second half. Let's see what will happen.
Franklin will come back on the field and receive first. Oh, it's bobbled. And he bobbled it again. But it's recovered. And he's making a couple guys miss, and he's going to make something out of nothing again.
Kind of like that Oak Creek bobble earlier. They did the same thing. They bobbled it, and he actually got out to the 40. Franklin just did the same thing. Turned a little bit of bad into good. That's a fumble by each team on the kickoff so far in this game.
So now Drew Ambrose and Lewis Brown and Drew Ambrose's Franklin Sabres coming back out for the first drive of the second half. Oak Creek, remember, they wanted the ball first and tried to strike early. They got down the field to start the half, but they couldn't do anything after that. So now, if you're Franklin here, try to pound them again. They've been doing it all night long. And it starts with their run game, 133 rushing yards, like I said earlier, but Oak Creek, a big stop is going to be huge here if they could get it. Beglinger will start it off on the ground. He's going to keep pushing forward. Get about 5 or 6 yards on the carry. Tackle was made that time by Corbin Jansen, who has been one of the big main names for this Knights team on defense.
Nice chunk of gain there. 6 yards for Beglinger to open up the half.
7?
Yeah, somewhere.
You're going to hand it off again to Beglinger. Beglinger's got room to run. He's got to get away from the cop speed. Touchdown, Sabres!
My goodness.
I took that call away from Gus Johnson right there. He has been unbelievable tonight. X Factor staying on for Robert Beglinger. I mean, are you kidding me, Matt Peck?
Yeah, it's
this man is something else.
Definitely. He scored the touchdown before half, and he come out in second play and give a run touchdown like that. I mean, can't have that.
Just trying to see how many yards. 45.
Right around there.
55-yard rushing touchdown for Robert Beglinger. And it's the Robert Beglinger show tonight. I guess we could just call it that now. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. 30-10. Franklin starting the second half with a statement. Robert Beglinger, 55-yard rushing touchdown. The Sabres want to keep the helmet trophy another time here. We'll be right back on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck with your. We're only 47 seconds into the second half, and Franklin already has a touchdown. That's how the Sabres roll here, Matt Peck. Lewis Brown doesn't mess around, and he likes to get as many points as he can. It doesn't matter who he plays. And Robert Beglinger, 55-yard rushing touchdown. He's up to 170 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. And he has a receiving touchdown from 19 yards. What can't this kid do?
Well, yeah, he's been on fire tonight. We've seen him a lot this year, able to run outside. Like I talked a lot in the first half about that Racine Case game a couple weeks ago. We were here. He took off and went against that really good Case defense, and now he's doing the same thing against Oak Creek. And, Kenosha Bradford, they're probably going to come back and watch a little bit of film when they get Franklin next week. Kenosha Bradford likely going to be undefeated coming into that game. And Franklin.
Henschel will kick it away. Hoagland will receive it. We get about the 21-yard line on there. Like you said, you had a couple keys for Oak Creek to come out. That's the one thing you can't have coming out of the half.
I'm looking at Oak Creek's future. Future schedule here. They got to get through this game first, but you still got 2 tough conference opponents on the schedule. Yeah. Bradford is outperforming this year. Nobody thought Bradford was going to be where they were, starting out 4-0. But then you got Racine Case, who's an up-and-coming program as well. Oak Creek lost to 26-0 last year. So
the first time in 20-something years?
Yeah,
20 years. Well, Bayless Hooker's going to get the carry. He's going to cut to the left side, I should say. And the tackle's going to be made. Number 20 on the tackle, Michael Brennan. Got to give the credit to Franklin's defense, too. Every time we've seen them so far, it all starts with their defensive front bringing pressure and being able to stop the run.
Chick-fil-A has just been delivered here.
Did the Brewers score in the 4th or something?
Yeah, you should go scan your reward over there. Hey. Yeah. Oh, we don't have those here. You're going to have to take that up to 76th Street.
Bayless Hooker on the carry again. Be 2 yards short of a first down.
Official pointage, it sounds like it'll be 3rd and 2. If I'm Oak Creek, I'm running it right up the middle here. Try to get those 2 yards.
Now you're taking some time off the clock, but if you could get a touchdown on this drive, you'll get it within 2 touchdowns again.
Exactly, and that's what you need to do. And if I'm Oak Creek, I'm putting this right up the middle with the running back.
The last thing you want if you're Oak Creek is not converting here and giving Franklin another opportunity to try to put this game even farther out of reach. Oh, Gabe Martins coming out of nowhere like a freight train.
Yep, and
on the tackle, and I think you got a punt here.
Official market. Last play was actually 3rd and 1, so now 4th and 3. So it'll be a loss of 2 there. But
so now Oak Creek will come out and punt. Danilo Paudrumic will punt for Oak Creek, the junior, taking over for Benny Heiselou and Brady Mobley, who graduated last year. Paudrumic, one of the snaps went over his head last time. This was a better snap. Dominic Walters on the return.
Watch him, he's
going
dangerous.
to run around. Oh, he's got some room. Walters, he's going to keep going. One man to beat. Dominic Walters, touchdown Sabres. Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
Dominic Walters. You thought he was going to stay silent the whole game. When he's on Zaleski Sports, it doesn't matter. He'll get another one.
I just said that. Remember I said, watch out, he's dangerous right when he caught the ball, and he went.
And this game, oh man.
You know, that's basically 2 plays in a row they scored a touchdown. So 13 points, pending 14, almost 2 plays in a row.
58-yard punt return for Dominic Walters, and that's his second of the season. Both of his kick return touchdowns came on the network. I mean, come on.
I'm just saying.
Special teams miscues tonight for Oak Creek, I should say.
Yeah, there's been a lot of miscues. Let's just say it that way. I mean,
we're already getting close to that territory.
We're thinking about running clock.
But Lewis Brown, he's got to be proud of all these weapons he has on every sort of attack. 37-10. Franklin has 2 touchdowns in 3 minutes, Matt Peck. The Sabres are starting to taste that helmet trophy already. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports after this.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck with you here. 8:57 left to go in the second half. This was just a 23-10 ball game. Now it's a 37-10 ball game in a matter of 3 minutes via a big rushing touchdown for Robert Beglier with a 55-yard kick, or 55-yard rush, and a 58-yard punt return touchdown from Dominic Walters, a South Dakota State commit.
Yeah, I mean, Franklin's done everything right in terms of...
Oh, onside kick! And Franklin, they have it! They caught him off, catch him off guard again, and Lewis Brown playing tricks again. And he gets the checkmate on the chest play. Oh my goodness. I mean,
that one's a little bit hard to expect because, you know, you're not usually looking for an onside kick up 27. But
at this point, Lewis Brown, I just want to, I have to say it. I mean, he just wants to have fun at this point now.
He's trying things out, and I mean, this teams like Muskego or any of these teams in this sectional are going to be looking at that like, watch out for Lewis Brown with that onside kick, and they know from a couple years ago.
They tried it a couple years ago against Franklin. I mean, against Muskego, I should say. Keegan Best going to hand it off. Ooh, a little misdirection that time. Villarreal on the tackle.
So they actually lost of 2 there. So a stop Oak Creek needed, but Franklin, right back on the field on offense. So
I mean, we've only been through 3.5 minutes in the second half, and everything's gone their way so far, no matter what.
Yeah, so 2nd and 12, I expect Franklin to go with a pass here. So if I'm Oak Creek's offense, I'm looking, over the middle, because that's where Keegan Best has been hurt today with the passing, is right over the middle. So that's where I'd be looking if I'm Oak Creek, right over the middle.
Got Dylan Hurling on the field now. Franklin Oak Creek gonna bring some pressure. Best gonna dump it off. Hurling's got green grass ahead of him. Hurling gonna get inside the 20 to the 10. Oh my goodness. 35-yard reception for Dylan Hurling. And Franklin has a chance to add on even more. They have a chance to get 21 before halfway through the third quarter here.
So yeah, Stan Atkinson informs us of a 37-yard pass.
Keegan Best, like I said, a lot more. He's looking a lot more comfortable the more and more he plays. Hurling going to get the carry again. Hurling, touchdown, Sabres. 20 in the third quarter for Franklin. Not even halfway through yet, Matt Peck.
Wow.
Think that through once. And the high-octane offense continues for the Sabres. 33-point lead. Wait, hold on. Let me do that math. Yeah, 33-point lead now with an extra point to follow. I mean,
it's at one of these points where there's just a lot of miscommunication, I think, down there tonight. And, you know, the onside kick, I get that one because that was unexpected. Now they're going to go for
Franklin's
two.
going to go for two, actually, here.
I think they
Best's going to drop back. He's going to find a man wide open again. That's Kremski that time.
And believe it or not, the clock is going to start after this.
Yeah, and wide open has been the two words that have been really useful on Oak Creek's defense so far tonight. So a 35-point lead for the Sabres, sorry. So 22 points in the second half, Matt Peck.
Let's stay here. We got a lot to talk about.
I know you say this a lot, like you say it's not over yet, but we're getting kind of close already.
Well, I don't use the word it's over yet, but like you can sense certain things and
it's going that way.
Yeah, I mean,
and like you look at this rivalry the last couple years, I mean, it's kind of been the same story.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, there's going to be things that are probably getting talked about in the Oak Creek, because they're going to look ahead to the next couple of weeks. Like, you know, don't they have Racine Case next week?
Yes. That's
a tough game right there, right? At Hammersfield, too. Hammersfield is...
Actually, hold on here.
Hammersfield has grown with the people that have shown up. That's a tough place to play, as Oconomowoc learned that last year in the playoffs.
Their community loves to show up.
And they got to go to Kenosha Bradford, which is starting to get a more of a community grow now, too, as the team is getting better and better. Stephen Morris taking over that program down there. He'll get the Sabres next week at home. If they could bring out a good crowd, they could cause some issues for the Sabres next week. And I'm sure Stephen Morris has got that schedule right locked up at Kenosha Bradford as they host Franklin next week.
Oh, Oak Creek has Park next week.
Oh.
And then...
Well, so yeah, their homecoming is next week.
Yep. Kick is away from Henschel. And it's fumbled. Oak Creek recovers it. Bayless Hooker. Oh, he's going to go down hard. Big tackle that time by number 11, Naif Jabbar.
I shouldn't say this. This might go across the wrong way on TV here, but if you're in a rivalry game, it's not a good thing if you're in a rivalry game and you have a running clock put on you.
No.
Oak Creek, I don't think has ever had to my knowledge, since I've been doing this game, I don't think Oak Creek's ever had a running clock put on them this early in the game and in the third quarter. I think it's been the fourth quarter before, but not this early. So, yeah, there's going to be improvements need to be made on that sideline, but, you know, it'll get better. It might maybe just be one bad game for them, but it's going to have to get.
Looks like Oak Creek's going to roll with J.J. Chapman as their quarterback now, as they're going to start off to Max Hoagland. Keep in mind, J.J. Chapman started the year as a starting quarterback and had a couple turnovers in the game against Indian Trail. I think Calhoun wanted to try Blake Furcus. He's been pretty well there, but now, since this game's out of reach, he's going to try to go to the backup J.J. Chapman again and try to see what he's got.
Absolutely.
And then at this point, if you're Oak Creek, I mean...
they're going to just go short passes and play the game. You know, you just got to score a couple points here and get yourself confident.
Get some sort of confidence. Kaysen Seabrooks will be on the carry. And the tackle will be made by Nolan Hahn. But, I mean, Franklin, you have a chance here already. I don't want to say it's too early yet, but you could start resting some of your guys for next week against Bradford.
Yeah, Bradford's the look ahead right now. They got rid of Case already. They beat them.
And
they're in the driver's seat against Oak Creek here. And
that'll for sure be the game of the weekend in the SEC conference next week.
Bradford, I got to give it to them. They've really put something special together down there in Kenosha this year. And it'll be interesting to see how it looks against a really good team. Appleton North they took down, so
that's going to be a false start on Oak Creek. And that's kind of been the moral of the story all night. I mean, miscues have really ruled the Knights' offense and defense tonight. Big plays from the running game was the big story in that first half for Franklin. Now the second half, they come out smash mouth again. Got that big rushing touchdown for Beglinger. The kick return touchdown from Walters. The onside kick surprise Lewis Brown has done this a few times against them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, last year he did it last year after.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did last year. Early on when the game was closer in that first quarter when they scored 21.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Now that you say that.
Chapman gonna pass it over to the right side. And it's caught by Connor Mays.
Nice pass, gain of 9 right there. Chapman doing the thing there. This is kind of a good situation for Chapman too. He can get himself kind of like comfortable, just in case he needs to come in one of those that Bradford or Case game or their close games. So a good chance for Chapman. Obviously, we know he has several D1 offers from Purdue, Toledo, several of these schools. So he's got the arm.
Had a couple camps from Wisconsin as well.
So it's good to see him in the game.
And Chapman gonna drop back to pass. Has some time. He's gonna pass it around. Incomplete pass that time. I was waiting for the signal because no one was doing anything over there. And that's not the sign you want to see. Looking on the other side of the stands, I mean, student section's already half gone.
That's bad.
That's what it came up to at this point. So now 4th down, Oak Creek gonna punt it. And we've been in this rivalry a lot, many years, Matt Peck. And I don't remember it being this far out of reach this early, like you said earlier.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And back then we also didn't see student sections leaving early either.
No,
so
that was not how it rolled. I'm gonna punt it away. Oh, it gets past this guy.
Well, Franklin guy at least land on it.
Franklin lands on it though. Jackson Boldry was able to get on top of it.
The good part
break that time.
I mean, Franklin up 35 in this game. The good part for them, they want to say, is at least they fell on it.
Yep.
They didn't let Oak Creek get it down there. I mean, the clock stopped because it's used to stopping.
Yep. 53-yard punt that time from Danilo Podromic.
Yeah, Franklin's demonstrating themselves why. And if Arrowhead falls tonight, because Arrowhead's down at Muskego right now, Franklin could be number 1 in the coaches poll next week.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see these Franklin Sabres next year in the Classic 8 conference.
And, I wish we'd have gotten 1 year with Lewis Brown in the Classic 8. I think that would have been kind of cool just to see. But I respect him. He's been around here so long.
Won a few state championships as hurling gets it up the middle. There's one thing he does is almost every week, if not every week, he wears his 2021 championship ring.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, he shows that he's dedicated to winning, and I think that's why he wears it every day. He shows he's dedicated. See, look at him on the sideline right now. I mean, he's still yelling at his guys.
Yeah, he
wants
wants
all the discipline.
I love the discipline. You got to. Just because you're up 35, they said Nick Saban. I'm going to use him for example. He was the worst coach to be when you were up by many points. He yelled at you more than it was a close game, because he doesn't want you to take the foot off the pedal. Some of you starters are playing for a chance to possibly be starters in the future in these games.
Best will hand it off to hurling again. Help get enough for a first down. This drive should take us past the 3rd quarter. Want to invite you guys to stay after the game. Nasonville Dairy post-game show. I hope, fingers crossed, the rain holds off for a post-game interview at the end. We'll be interviewing the
I haven't checked the radar recently.
Player.
I mean, it's not important.
Keegan Best on 1st and 10 will hand it off to hurling again. And a flag has been thrown on the play. Got a little too excited there for that.
Elijah, you throwing flags up here? Let's see who's on.
Play on the carry.
Is there a flag? There's a flag.
Having some fun up here. Holding on the Sabres.
I'm sorry, I didn't see. Was there a flag? Yeah. And the clock stopped. This clock's playing us like it's a 2-point game. Sometimes our clock does that. It's still familiarized like it's a 2-point game. At least it's on the regular rules.
And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's been all Franklin Sabres here tonight, and they're 12 minutes away from hoisting that helmet trophy once again in the last time in the SEC Conference. 22 unanswered for the Sabres coming out in the 3rd quarter. 12 more minutes left to go in the game. We'll be right back for the final stretch on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
I got 21. By the way,
back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah makes a lot alongside Matt Peck. You got a score update for us?
Yeah, so Muskego and Arrowhead right down, let's say, Woods Road, St. Martin's Road. 21-17 lead for the Warriors right now, Muskego in the fourth quarter. So that's a close one over there. If Arrowhead falls, Franklin might have their chance to jump up as the #1 team in the state in the coaches poll. So,
hey, how about those Muskego Warriors? I mean, they lost week 1 against Neenah. Then they were able to really put things together. Keegan Best's going to fake the end around. He's going to hand it off to his running back. Has room to run. And he's going to get out of bounds.
He actually, I think, might have got a first down there.
Dylan Hurling on the carry. Hurling has...
So 1st and 20, he gets about 19 on that one.
Oh, they're going to give it to him.
Oh, my. So 1st and 20, not a problem.
33-yard line? 34? 34. Gain of 20.
Gain of 20 for Dylan Hurling. So a fresh set of downs as the running clock continues. Kremski motioning to the right, 3 wide receivers on the right, none on the left. Oh, Best fumbled it, and Hurling going to be able to try to make something out of nothing here, and he's going to get a little far behind line of scrimmage. You could tell, I mean, you could still tell at times that Keegan Best, you know, he hasn't had as many years yet as Joey Kelly, but he's still, I mean, this is still the time to really use it and try to get more experience.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, he's not shy to let that ball fly on the air. 2nd down and 12 now.
Not sure what our status is with several other games on the network, but we might have several weather alerts up north. There was supposed to be some bad storms up there, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of our games are in weather delays.
Best is going to hand it off to Hurling again. And Hurling's going to go about nowhere on the carry that time. Tackles made by number 32, Noah Kyler.
So what will the official marking be? I guess it's 3rd and 12.
You know, obviously it's never fun when you get to lose to your rival if you're Oak Creek, but you got a fresh slate and new opportunity next week.
Yes,
to kind of get yourselves back on the right page when you play Racine Park for the homecoming game. And then you got back-to-back games of Racine Case and Kenosha Bradford after that.
That's a gauntlet this year.
Pass is caught to Gavin Sheik. Hasn't been too active today as a tackle was made that time by number 37, Logan Bone.
It'll be 4th and 4.
Be a 4th down and 4. I think Franklin's just going to punt it here, but there's a Oak Creek injury on the field.
So the clock will stop at 9:27. Official timeout. It'll be an injury on the field.
I think the player down is, can't tell from here.
So ladies and gentlemen, you've been joining us the whole night. You're wondering why the clock is just not stopping. It's because WIAA threshold is 35 points to make it a running clock, and that's exactly what we're sitting at right now. So you're probably saying, wow, that game's moving fast. Well, the clock's been running since midway through the 3rd quarter. So that's why Lewis Brown went for 2 there. He wanted to run that clock. I mean, I don't blame him, especially when you're up that many points. Like, hey, why not run the clock?
That's Blake Uzelski, who's limping off the field right now for Oak Creek. One of the big DBs.
Number 12 is their punt returner, too.
Yep. It's like Doug Hamilton is going to be one of the guys that come out and return. Doug Hamilton and Logan Bone setting up to return the punt. I almost feel like, is it almost crazy to say if you're Oak Creek, you should be happy that Franklin's moving to the Classic 8.
I mean, the domination, yes. Keep in mind, replacing Franklin is Milwaukee King.
Yeah.
So, nothing against Milwaukee King, but it's going to definitely. They're not as good as Franklin. We'll just say that.
Yeah. Good punt. And it's going to be returned by Doug Hamilton. Very good punt that time from number 10 that time, Drew Slomczewski. As the running clock continues to fall here. Ladies and gentlemen, our schedule for weeks 6 through 9 are up in the air right now, but feel free to put in the comments right now where you want us.
However full my gas tank is how far we go.
Please comment games in the Milwaukee metro area. We'll be willing to travel as far down as Lake Geneva, Badger.
Probably won't go down there again this year. They're a really good team, get me wrong. Maybe in the postseason.
Possibly playoffs.
Yeah, postseason. It depends which schools want to.
This will probably be the last time we'll see the Franklin Sabres in the regular season, but likely we'll get them on the playoffs. So
yeah, it depends where
everything's at. Carries up the middle.
As you tell, we're going to try to move in the Classic 8 for the last couple of weeks as well. There's some Classic 8 games we wouldn't mind having on. We might.
Last week was a taste. I think one of the games was Waukesha West Muskego, right?
No, Oconomowoc, you said.
Yeah. Or Oconomowoc against Waukesha West.
Yeah, that would be. We'd be at Waukesha West if we went there. I think that's 2 weeks from now.
I think they did say that.
Yeah, they allowed us in the past. Yeah. So yeah, I mean.
Gonna hand it off up the middle to Bayless Hooker. Will come just short of a first down.
They move the chains there. It's first down.
90 on the tackle.
Something. Walters didn't punt. He didn't return last time. We haven't seen him. So I don't know if Walters got hurt or not.
First down and 10 for the Knights. J.J. Chapman backing up to pass, and almost intercepted that time. Just caught that time by number 86, Connor Mays. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. I'll be going down to the field and interviewing Lewis Brown in our Highlight House Player of the Game. I'm going to get Robert Begley here as a Highlight House Player of the Game. He set the tone from the beginning tonight.
Good choice. That's a really good choice.
I think we're around that time of the game where I could say it.
Yeah, you just say it on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what you want to say, but, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else watching knows, but, like.
Chapman going to hand it off to Bayless Hooker. He's going to cut to the left side and pick up a Knights first down.
Oak Creek at this point is just trying to, like, do things. Yeah, do something for next week. Kind of, like, get themselves in a groove saying, hey, we got confidence we can run the ball. We got confidence we can pass the ball. Kind of, like, use this as a time to test our offense out. So that's kind of what they're using this for right now. I like the short passes. Like I talked about earlier, that was a key. I mean, I look what they did early on. They went out right out the gates 2 years in a row and decided to go deep. And 2 years in a row worked, but it wasn't a touchdown this year. But
Chapman going to pass it around. Been a busy man today. Number 86 again. That's Connor Mays. Second down and 6 from the Franklin 45. And J.J. Chapman, I mean, you're getting a look at the future QB right here.
Yeah, so these are kind of good games for J.J. to get a chance to just
kind of like recalibrate himself, I guess.
Get familiar with some of his wide receivers.
Yeah. And hand it off to Bayless Hooker, cutting to the right side. He'll get about a gain of 1 to 2. You guys want a Brewers score update while we're at it here? The Brewers are trailing the St. Louis Cardinals 5-1 right now.
That's embarrassing.
Aren't the Cubs still losing though? That's good. So the Brewers' magic number down to 3 now.
Cincinnati's starting to come on a little bit. I'm nervous.
J.J. Chapman rolling around, and he's got pressure, and the pass is caught. It's a really good catch that time. Oh, it dropped actually.
Yeah, I was going to say because
Number 20, Michael Brennan, on the stop that time. So it's a 4th and medium now for Oak Creek. Why not go for it at this point? Got nothing to lose. And that's kind of been the story of the night for Oak Creek. Not a lot of drops,
especially earlier on, like when they were still, in it. There was some drops, like a couple first down catches that would have been there that were dropped. So
Chapman on 4th and 5, under 4 minutes left to go in the game. Chapman rolling around. He's going to get sacked. Number 96 on the sack coming out of nowhere. That's London Helm, the sophomore. Some of the younger guys getting a run for their money here now as the clock continues to roll. This could be potentially the final drive of the game with the running clock.
Yeah, you're going to see, at this point, you're going to see probably some backups coming for Franklin, like backup quarterback, and just, kind of familiar yourselves with the varsity field. Say to yourself, okay, this is what it feels like to play on Friday nights.
It's
16.
It's not on here.
Is it 15 or 16? I think it's 15.
Gonna get the snap and hand it off to number 25, Garbage Kira.
There's no 16 on the roster.
Yeah. We don't have a 16 on the roster, unfortunately, so.
So he must have just came up from JV, I'm assuming, or something like that.
To Williger, switch numbers to play offense and play quarterback. If I were to do that, I'd make somebody mad.
2 minutes left to go in the game. 2nd down and 8. Gonna hand it off to number 25, Garbage Kira. Let's see if Bound has it. Trying to see who the
Bound, Wisconsin. As Lesky just shouted him out earlier, so we got permission to shout him out. Bound, Wisconsin. Use that for stats, scores, schedules, live stream links as well. Our live stream link is on there every week. We have that set up with them.
I believe they're adding basketball this winter too now. Which
I'd like to see baseball.
Sign.
Baseball's lost of stats.
Oh, it's freshman quarterback Elijah Savada in the game. Savada gonna hand it off or fake the handoff. He's gonna pass and get a little run here. He's a freshman.
He tricked the cameraman.
Yeah. He tricked me out too.
What do they start double wing here? Elijah, they start double wing here at Franklin?
Yeah. I like this guy. His name's Elijah.
That's why you like him.
Elijah Savada.
All right, so we're looking at maybe
this is the next. This could be, and then I was just talking about the future of Oak Creek with J.J. Chapman as their quarterback. This is going to be the future quarterback after Keegan. Keegan Best. He's got another year after this.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's got one more, and then
Sabres gonna look to go to 5-0 now.
Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming. Elijah Vankslau will be on the field with Coach Lewis Brown and
Robert Beglinger.
There you go.
They hand it out one more time with Kira.
Doesn't get there, but.
And that should pretty much about do it now.
I think they're going to call a game here. I wouldn't be.
That'll do it, folks. 45-10. Franklin steamrolls the Knights for the final time.
In Southeast Conference.
In the Southeast Conference. And they will keep the helmet trophy one more time.
Yeah, it's.
Big second half from the Franklin Sabres. Leads to yet another blowout win. And for the, I don't want to say it's the final time yet he beats them for Lewis Brown, but.
Yeah, the
playoff. Still beat me in the playoffs, but. Lewis Brown and his team are in good shape halfway through the season, 5-0. We'll come back for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show with Lewis Brown and Robert Beglinger after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local day spots?
Yeah, I know like all.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau-Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Quick for an interview, and let's get Robbie.
Want him right now?
Yeah. Let's get
Robbie.
you two. half with that touchdown, but you guys responded with everything coming out with that big run from him, that big kick return touchdown from Dominic Walters. Just talk about the resilience coming out the half.
I mean, it was big time. I mean, you give it to these seniors. It kind of comes down to them. It's a tremendous group, great leaders, great people, and great players. And you know, they knew this might be the last time they ever play these guys. You know, a lot of our guys know a lot of their guys, and you know, it's kind of bragging rights for life. So I think we made a statement tonight.
And then now, you guys definitely made a statement for sure. Next week, you guys got a really tough team in Kenosha Bradford. They're an upcoming team with new head coach Steve Morris. What do you got to do to really prepare for that game and get you guys ready for that now?
We got to heal up from this game because this is a physical game. Watch a lot of film. Just get ready. I haven't watched 1 minute of film because I was worried about this team. So, I mean, we'll deal with that throughout the week, but we'll be ready. Our scout team's got to be phenomenal. They were this week.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time, Coach. We're joined right now by our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Robert Beglier. Over 150 rushing yards again tonight. You kind of just came in here and just dominated from the start. You set the tone on that first play of the game with the 78 yards. How good does it feel? And just explain like the feeling about this team so far in beating Oak Creek rivalry.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I think the group all together every single week. It starts at Monday. We bond really well, and I think that just makes us better as a team. We're not really playing like as individuals, but we're more playing like together as a unit, celebrating everybody's scores, and I think that really gives us a lot of success.
And I got to ask the same question that I asked Coach to you. I mean, you guys got a really tough team. You got undefeated Bradford next week, so that's going to be the game of the conference next week. You guys thought these guys were going to be tough, but you got another big challenge next week against Bradford. What do you guys got to do as a group to keep each other accountable and just keeping everybody grounded to be able to come out on top against Bradford?
For sure, not to sound like a broken record or anything, but I do think it starts on like that Monday. We have a great scout team. A lot of our over, and not gonna lie, they do take a little bit of a beating, but they come back day after day, and it makes our starters way better. So I think, yeah, just really getting to work the whole week and being ready for game day.
Sure. All right, before I let you go, I'm gonna have you hold the mic here.
All
We're
right,
doing
sounds
something for
good.
Highlight House player. You don't know what to do yet, right?
No.
All right, you're gonna say your name. I'm Robert Beglier, and I'm in the house, and I'll count you down from 3, 2, 1.
Wait, hold on. What am I saying?
Just say I am Robert Beglier, and I'm in the house.
All right.
I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
My name's Robert Beglier, and I'm in the house.
Sounds good.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your time. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, here from Franklin High School, 45-10, the Franklin Sabres defeat the Oak Creek Knights once again and continue to just roll this rivalry here. A big game tonight here. The Knights fall short once again, 0-1 in the Brian Calhoun era. That'll do it from us here. Our schedule is still TBD for following weeks. Elijah Vanksala and Matt Peck signing off here. Stay updated to our Twitters and social medias for games for next week. But 45-10, Franklin wins the Helmet Trophy game against Oak Creek one more time.
Couple more score updates coming your way here towards as Elijah just wrapped us up. We got a couple huge ones while he comes back up. Muskego has taken down Arrowhead 21-17. A couple of our area. 35-27 Slinger up on Nicolay. 28-9 Mukwonago on Keller-Moraine. And then 21-20 Marquette up on Oconomowoc. Those are our score updates. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. Matt Peck, Elijah Vinksla signing off. And have a great evening, everybody, and we'll be back with you next week.